Okay, now for real. Thank you for your patience, guys. Welcome to our monthly cooking class. As you know, this cooking class is sponsored by Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies and the program Moms for Wellness. We are focusing on helping you to have a healthy pregnancy and to deliver healthy babies. And is all my cooking and all my teachings are to help you eat better by cooking more often and better at home. And this is one of the things that I love the most. I'm very passionate about doing this. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Chef Dulce Jimenez, and I have been working with Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies for the past, I think, 3 or 4 years. I don't remember. But I am a certified health coach. I have a certification to work with pregnant ladies and help them, have a better pregnancy. And I truly believe that healthy pregnancy starts in the kitchen. I am a professional chef, and being a health coach and a chef, I like to combine both things. And that's today's special class. I know many of you would like to see me cooking, but today I'm not going to be cooking. I'm going to be teaching you something that will change your life, and it's about meal planning. Many of you have more than 1, 2 kids, 3 kids. Some of you work and also are caregivers. And meal planning is a game changer, guys. When you know how to plan your meals, you will always be able to eat healthy consistently, and also give a better food and better meals to your family. And people pay a lot of money for me to do that for themselves, because they know how important it is to do so. And some people that can afford it, and they cannot do it, they pay personal chef to do that. But I'm going to teach you the secrets that I use to be effective by doing meal planning at home. I do it for myself, and I'm going to show you a few things. I'm not going to be cooking in the stove, but I'm going to be showing you some stuff that I want you to learn. Besides, I have a short presentation. So I'm going to talk about what is meal planning and how you can do it at home very easily. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to put the presentation. Hope this time works. I'm going to share my screen. Here it is. Okay. Awesome. So why is for me so important to have a whole workshop about meal planning? It's because I truly believe that's the only tool that will help you to consistently eat for good health by strategizing. It's like everything in life, right? You have to have a plan. And how are you going to create quick meals and have food ready without having to cook every single day? Because let's face it, we don't have time to be in the kitchen, not even me. That for me is easy. I don't even have time to be in the kitchen every day. So what it means to meal planning, there's a lot of talking, and if you have Instagram or TikTok and whatever, everywhere people are talking about meal planning, and so many YouTube videos and so many influencers, teaching you how to do meal planning and selling you containers and stuff to meal planning better. So meal planning is simply a type of plan that you create for the type of diet and food that you intend to consume, so you can buy, prepare it, cook it, and eat it in such a way that will support your goals. And the goals for us, right, is consistently eat for optimal health, to have a healthy pregnancy, and to deliver healthy babies. That's our focus here, and avoid diabetes and hypertension while you at it, which is a plus, right? So that is simply that. Create a meal, a plan for you to make meals, buy, prepare, and do things easier. Why meal planning? Why so awesome? Because you save time. the worst things that you can do is your kids asking or your husband, what's for dinner, right? And that line has been used for advertising and for a lot of things through the years. And what's for dinner is like panicking when you are in charge of cooking for your family or feeding yourself. It doesn't matter, what I'm going to have for dinner today or what I'm going to have for lunch, or I have to spend all day busy and I don't know where to start. I don't know what to eat, or I don't have any plans. So you're going to save a lot of time. And, when you arrive home, you're going to have food ready for you. When you wake up in the morning, you're going to have your food ready. Everything is going to be prepared for you. Save money a lot. Eating healthy tends to get a bad reputation that being overly expensive, but eating out is very expensive. Okay, and some people say, yeah, but I can eat a fast food for $3, for $4, but that is going to be expensive because health-wise, you're not going to be healthy. It is proven, guys. If you eat out every time and all the time, eventually it's going to catch up on you and your health. So maybe at the moment you're saving, but in the long term, you're not going to save money. And also, when you meal plan, you can save money because you're using all your ingredients. You can buy bulk ingredients and prepare it and freeze it. You can have extra, and you're going to be eating it, because if you really make an effort and you are committed to this way of cooking and eating, you will be eating at your home because you're going to have the food. Look, it happens to me all the time. Sometimes we're out and we want to eat out, and I say, yeah, but I have a lot of food at home waiting, and it's good food. And we don't do it. We don't eat out. We come back home and eat what we have. So it's going to definitely help you save money as well. So it's going to also help you control what you eat and how much you eat. Restaurants tend to give you more food because they want you to come back. And they also put a lot of fillers and things in your food, so you taste a delicious meal. More oil, more salt, more preservative. And that's why people are also overeating, because we're, restaurants, and I'm a chef, and I don't want to give bad rep to restaurants, but it's a business. And the other day I heard somebody saying, every food that you buy in a package is a product that somebody wants to sell you. So don't even see it as a food. It's a product that somebody's marketing, putting money in it to get money back. It is a business. So have you seen an advertising about an apple or carrots or lettuce? No, there's no advertising whatsoever about fruits and vegetables because there's no money there. So when you prepare your own food, you're able to control your portions. You're able to control exactly what ingredients are you putting. And, meal prepping has become the new go-to habit for reaching weight loss goals. Definitely. I don't think anybody can lose weight without meal planning. I have done it. If you have heard my story before, I was 300 pounds and I was diagnosed with 2 different chronic diseases, and meal planning was a lifesaver for me. Okay. So another reason is lower stress. And when you're pregnant, that's the first thing I ask you to avoid. Being stressful and being in a state of anxiety and depression, that's not going to help you through your pregnancy, and your baby's getting that from you. So figuring out what to make for dinner may seem harmless, right? And may seem like, but for some people it's really, really a lifesaver, and is struggling every day to find out what to eat, or making food can be stressful and overwhelming. And when you meal prep for the week, you don't have to engage in that battle every single day. That is the activity that we do the most. We eat 3, 4, 5, and sometimes 6 times a day, every single day. So it's something that we usually don't plan. Some people don't even know how to cook, but it's a skill that we should have since we are kids, since we're in our teens, you know. It's for survival, for our health, for our well-being. So while you do meal planning, you gain skills and confidence. So if you want to be more confident in the kitchen, meal prepping can be a great teacher. Meal prepping and planning might help you find your way around the kitchen and open up to a world of new recipes, you know, from making roasted chicken, veggies, to taco, to chilies, and to, you know, global cuisine. When you want to try something new, when you get the skills and you're good at it, you're going to start expanding. And it's something that I teach you in the welcome class, you know, expanding and evolving now that you're in this process of, in your pregnancy, it's a new stage in your life, you're giving birth to right, another human being, and you're getting prepared for that. Some of you is for the first time, and some of you already have done it many times, but how can you, what things can you do different this time? And it's going to support you and support your kids. So it also helps you to establish a better relationship with food. When you meal prep, you learn more about nutrition and how to treat food for what it is. And the food is energy and nutrients. So this is obviously not a given. Not everybody who you know, meal prep and meal plan is going to become more expert in nutrition and have better relationship with food. But I do think that is going to help you, you know, to learn some techniques and some things that will allow you to have a better relationship with food. Definitely, you know, you may not be not overeating, but grabbing things that you're not supposed to be eating, while you have your food that you already planned and prep and bought for it. It's like, I already spent time and money and effort in creating these meals. Let me just go for it. And it happens to me actually today. I was not in the mood to eat my tuna salad, but I ate it because if I know it, I will have to throw it away. Tomorrow it was already 3 days in the fridge. So I said, okay, I'm gonna eat it. I'm not gonna waste my tuna salad. And in a way, you know, it kind of forced me to eat it, but I'm happy because I prefer to eat that tuna salad than grabbing something else that is gonna be good for me. Okay. So this is how your refrigerator will look when you start doing meal planning. Isn't that amazing? You will have, you know, your food already labeled and prepared, and some fruits. You can have some fruits already, and even juices. This is a real refrigerator from one of my clients. So when I meal plan their food, I put labels and the date and what they're eating. So you can just open the refrigerator and grab and go when you are in a hurry or when you're starving. So this is really a game changer, guys. So let's go to the 3 basic method of meal planning that I recommend. So number 1 is make ahead ready to cook ingredients. So I have some photos to show you, but I'm going to show you also what I do myself. And I'm going to show you in a second what ingredients I prep in advance. I'm going to move my table here. Stop the recording. I'm moving the table so I'm closer so I can show you. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the ingredients I do myself. Okay. The method number one, which is ready to cook ingredients, is ideal for those of you that have health concerns. It's much better when you make just ingredients. Why this is Zoom is playing a joke to me. It's going back. Okay, let's go back. It's not moving. Why is not moving? Okay. It wasn't moving. Hello, everyone. Whoever joined now, please write your name in the chat. That's the only way I can report that you were here. So please make sure you write your name. I am not seeing your name, so that's the only way that I know you were here. You don't need to have your camera on. Please put yourself in mute and write your full name in the chat of Zoom. If you can find it, let me know so I can help you. Okay. I don't know why this is happening. Every time I click on the recording, it will stop my presentation. Okay. Can you see my screen? Screen sharing is paused. Okay, now what I see what is happening. Okay, so I was telling you about the method number one, which is ready to cook ingredient. And that is an ideal method for people that has time flexibility. If you are working from home, or if you have flexibility to cook, and if you have digestive health concerns, as a starting point of meal planning to help you, make more advanced method, I will start with method number one, which is ready to cook ingredients, right? Ingredients. So what it means by that is that I will prepare some ingredients in advance that will allow me to cook faster when I need it. For example, I have some photos here, but I also want to show you. So in my case, I make a lot of this, which we call in Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, recaito, right? This is a mixture of garlic and onions and peppers and maybe herbs. Sometimes I put olives to give that saltiness. And I make a big container like this, or sometimes I make smaller containers and I divide it in these little containers, which are great for store things on, or you can store in ice cubes that you don't use. Right? This is crushed garlic and you see it in the photo there, but I'm going to show you that I do it as well. This is my crushed garlic. Every Sunday or Monday, I make a huge bag of garlic and I put it in my food processor, and I divide it in these little containers, and I put a little bit of oil on top so it doesn't get dry or moldy. And I freeze 2 or 3 of those, and the other ones I keep one. Sometimes I give one for my mother. So it's so useful. My mom is a senior, and having garlic process and having this mixture of aromatics and spices and herbs for her to cook is, she can make beans in a flash. I have jerk. Actually, I love jerk seasoning, so I didn't marinate. And tonight dinner is going to be shrimp that has been marinating with this jerk seasoning. And I'm gonna make it with potatoes that I have in here. These potatoes are already chopped. They have been, and if you see, these potatoes in water they have a week in my fridge and they're still good because I have them in water. They're raw, and I'm just gonna dry them and bake them with a little bit of milk and seasonings. And I'm gonna make it in the oven, and I'm gonna make like a gratin with some Parmesan cheese on top. And we're gonna have that with the shrimp, which is very easy to make in a flash because you're already preparing stuff in advance. I also have onions here. If you see, I have a bag of onions. I have green onions in here. I just have to quickly chop some bag of onions. And the onions, I don't like to chop the onions in advance, but I peel them and I cut them in half, like you see in the pictures, right? The onions. So you see my onions. I always have at least 2 onions in the fridge, and I cut them in half. I already saved 5 minutes there, and I just have to cut it when I don't like to cut it too much because my entire refrigerator will smell like onions. But I always have things in bag and prepare so I can use it quickly. Okay. One thing that I do a lot is my green juice, for example. I have a bottle here. I already have the leaves. This is spinach and sprouts. And then I'm going to put the apples, the oranges, and the lemons. And I'm going to put it in the jar. And tomorrow morning, because I have to leave very early, I have everything already chopped. And I just have to put it in my blender or in my juicer. I have a juicer. And the juice is very different from blending. I blend my shakes and my smoothies and my protein shakes, but I process my vegetables in the juicer. Because, and why, this is not about that, but I'm going to keep telling why. Because the vegetables, when you put it in the blender heats them too much and it can kill their enzymes of the vegetables. So that's why I don't blend them. When you blend at high speed, it's creating heat and it kills some of the nutrients and enzymes of your greens. So that's why I don't use that process. So, but if you see, I also have ready stuff in my refrigerator. So you see, I have already maybe seasonings, and I already opened the can of beans. Say I'm making beans today, I'm open another extra can of bean and I have it clean and ready in the fridge because I already cut one step, opening the beans, rinsing them, but I'm already cutting steps all the time. And this is what this is all about, cutting steps, okay? So if you have any question, feel free to take your mute and ask the question. This is more, same thing, which is ready to cook ingredients, okay? These are things that I freeze. I open the tomato paste and I use a little bit and then I freeze the rest. Sometimes it's crushed garlic, like I said. Sometimes it's onions, celery, and garlic, ginger pieces for my tea. I love tea, so I like to have ginger already processed, but in the refrigerator, sometimes it gets a little bit slimy or slimy, and I'd rather freeze it. So now, method number 2, make ahead meals. Okay, the first one is make ahead ingredients. Now these are make ahead meals. So this is that you complete meals, prepare and cook in advance to then be reheated at meal times. Can you pass me those two, the meal that I have in there? So these are convenient grab and go. I have, for example, my tuna salad. I always on Mondays usually have a tuna salad. I have little containers like this. These are great for lunches. So I have little containers and I put a label on top and says, you know, tuna salad. This is a big pot of stir-fried chicken. So this is awesome because this will last for 4 to 5 days in the fridge, and we can eat it for lunch on Tuesday and for dinner on Thursday, and you know, 2 portions of that. So, but that is a whole complete meal. That means that I can have lunch or dinner or even snacks that are breakfast, breakfast as well, which is great because if you're someone that in the morning, I don't have time in the mornings, I just have a shake in the morning or my green juice, I can put all the ingredients of my shake in even my blender and put it in the refrigerator. And that's a minute that I can do the night before while I'm watching TV or the news, whatever, and I don't have to rush it in the morning. Okay, this can be individually. You can do individual, like you saw my tuna salad, that is just for me, or the chicken stir fry that I did for the whole family. So when you're dealing with a weight loss and you want to keep your weight, you know, in check, make ahead meals are ideal for that because you can make small portions and that's what you're going to eat. And then you obviously create a habit by forcing yourself, this is what I'm going to eat, whatever is in here, and no more than that. So it's very good for busy families, for professionals, for people that travel, for people that want to increase body muscle, seniors. That's what I do for my mother because it's so easier for her to open the refrigerator and grab a container with her full meal. And I have rice, beans, chicken, or, you know, a lasagna, and I make some salad for her and she just have to grab and open. So it's very, very convenient. So method number 3, I don't recommend this method a lot. Why? Because I think that when you freeze the food, like this is not my number 1, obviously. It's number 3. But when you freeze food, you lose a lot of the food nutrients. And also some food, if you don't know how to cook it to freeze it, they can become dry and flavorless. And if you don't pack it well, they can get the ice on inside, and that's already not good. Because when you have ice in your frozen food, is already contaminated and you should not eat it. I know people don't want to hear that because so many food go bad in the fridge. And also freezer food does not last forever, guys. I have seen people with freezer that I pack and they don't know what they have in their fridge. Always you need to label and put a name what you're freezing. And the freezer has to have space to breathe. You need to have let the space in the freezer for the oxygen to flow. And that's why I don't recommend this method too much. So it has to be, when you do it, you have to do it with skills. Okay. So, but this means that you buy, prepare, and cook multiple batches of a recipe, and you portion it out or leave it family style and then freeze them to be eaten in weeks or months to come. This saves a lot of time in the kitchen. If you have a big family, if you have 4 or 5 kids, it saves a lot of money because you can buy in bulk. You can make a big pot of beans or chili or you know, jerk chicken or lasagna, meat stew, like all these things that are saucy. Also, that's another thing that you want to freeze things that have sauce, and you don't want to make a grilled chicken breast and freeze it. It's not going to be good, you know. Chicken stew definitely will be good. So, okay, so that's what I'm saying here. I already said that requires specific techniques, equipment, tools, and recipes to be able to be successful with this method. Okay. Okay, so usually here, I don't recommend freezing the food for more than 3 months, but I will send you a table, actually, very easy to look at what foods you want to freeze. That we can freeze things that we don't think should be freezed, but they're amazing. For example, bread. I don't eat a lot of bread, and a just a bag of bread will last me forever. So I freeze my bread. I really bag it very well, and I freeze it, and I just get 1-2 slices. It's really good. And also cheeses. Cheeses are good. You can save your cheeses in the freezer and use it for lasagnas, for melts, for sandwiches, for whatever. So those are things, even eggs. I don't like to freeze eggs, but you can freeze eggs actually. When I make them like egg cups with vegetables, you can freeze them. I used to do it when I started losing weight. I will make 2 egg cups, and I will do it with egg whites and put it in like a muffin pan, and then put the veggies and the egg whites and bake it. And then I will put bags with 2 of those muffin eggs or egg cups. And that will be breakfast or lunch or snack for me. And that was very, very useful. Okay, so it's ideal for those people who don't know how to cook or can't cook, or because it's easy. You can make 1 or 2 recipes and big batches of it. If you have busy, large families with children, individuals that travels a lot, and you need to have that food. Not ideal for people that are in remission of illnesses, that have a weak immune system, or for those with a specific health and weight loss. Not ideal for plant-based diets, honestly, unless you're making a lasagna or stews or soups like that. Veggies, like, they lose so much when you cook them and freeze them and reheat them. So I like to treat veggies with more delicacy, like I don't know if that's a word, but more delicate. Like, you want to have some vegetables that are raw in your foods and steam and lightly cooked. Okay, so I don't know why this is here, but prepping. This is the method number 1, which is prepping ingredients in advance to cook down. So again, I already talked about this. Cuts down on kitchen time. Allow you to eat fresh made easily, because that's one of the things that people say, like, it takes me too much time cutting vegetables for a salad. But you can prepare the vegetables or prepare your salads in a jar or in a bowl and put a damp paper towel on top, and you can have them ready and then finish your salad. So yes, I get that. I get that vegetables takes a little bit, but that's why this is going to help you to cook. Okay, this is method number 2. This is complete meals individually portioned. These are all vegan meals, guys. This is a meatless loaf and mushroom steaks and a enchilada. These are all vegan meals. These are, turkey. These are also very good for people that have different goals in the house. For example, these are actual examples of my clients' meals. These are all my food. So this client, this is a couple. Her pink, I even divided it in color. Her pink meals are less protein than him. He has a lot of protein. So this is great for this client or this person that he has one goal and she has another goal. So this is very useful. These are also like complete meals, like burgers. You can do your veggies. You can make your sauces in advance, pickle vegetables. Here you have coleslaw and, sweet potato fries. These are snacks. So you can make dressings. Making these things, look at all this. This is for another client. These are different things. And what they used to do is they mix and match. So one day they will eat the chicken with the asparagus and the rice, and the next day they may eat the chicken with the quinoa and the cauliflower. So, which is great because you have variety. They had also fish that they could have one day with quinoa and sweet potatoes, or quinoa and cauliflower, and then the next day fish with sweet potatoes and asparagus. So they could mix, and if everybody could eat whatever they wanted and make their own mix and match. Isn't that great? I love this. This was one of my favorite things to do for this family. Yes, I love quinoa too. Quinoa is so versatile. So having this in your refrigerator, maybe maybe you don't want to do a lot because this is a lot, but maybe you get skills to do all this. This is a family of 4, and they had a lot. They had fish, chicken, beef, quinoa, rice, sweet potato, and like 4 different vegetables. They had, asparagus, cauliflower, steamed spinach. They had a lot. So, but they love it and they will eat it through the week without having to worry to cook, not one time. Okay, we're almost done. This is also another example. I was telling you about the fruits, and you can have like chia pudding. You just have to add the fruits. I always have a shop pineapple. We love pineapple in the house, so I always have a lot of pineapple. I make homemade granola or muesli. So this is something that it's really gonna make my life easier. Here is the, actually I'm making my own juice today, and you can see the photo there as well. So how do you do this? I'm gonna go quickly how you do it. So you always start knowing what you need, and this, you see me saying this in all my classes. Determine what is the method for you by doing an inventory. So what is my health and wellness goal? What's my schedule, my lifestyle? What are my cooking skills and my dietary needs? And to know your dietary needs, you have to come to my classes, right? Nutrition fundamentals will tell you all those nutrients that you need, your 6 essential nutrients when you're pregnant, and the things that you need the most. So you make sure that you put those things in your food, right? So, and then you make the plan. And guys, a little goes a long way. I use my little, I think I have a photo of it, my board, refrigerator board. I set aside time, look, 10 minutes, when you write down, you organize your thoughts. So what I want to do this week, for example, you choose the meals that will make the most impact in your day. For example, if you want to eat more vegetables, prep some of your veggies, prep some of your salad, because what happens to my husband all the time. We have rice, beans, and chicken, and when he comes to the kitchen, he's hungry, and I say, honey, where's your salad? I don't have time for salad. I'm too hungry. Like, there's some veggies already cut. No excuses in this house for that, right? And I can make the salad in 5 minutes or less. I can just mix it, and I always have a dressing, 1 or 2 dressings in the house that every week we can use for our salads. Okay, so also you can write the a short menu or the food group that you want to use. For example, I want to eat this week, which I do that as well. I want to eat this week 3 vegetables. I'm going to buy cauliflower, broccoli, and asparagus. And I'm going to have 2 meats. This week we're going to have shrimp chicken, and one day I'm going to have tuna. So, and I tell my husband today, 2 days a week at least, we're going to have tuna. 2 days we're going to have chicken, and 2 other days we're going to have shrimp. So, and then you decide like that, okay, what works, right? And what carbs. So this week I'm going to have quinoa. And I always create, for those of you quinoa lover that I see in your chat, I always cook my quinoa plain with nothing. Because then I can use it with stir fry. I can make it for breakfast. Have you tried quinoa for breakfast? You can chop some nuts, put some almond milk, and eat it like a cereal. It's awesome. You can put some blueberries or pineapples or mango. I love it with mango. And you can have your quinoa, if you cook it plain with just water and maybe a pinch of salt, you can have it in savory or sweet dishes. And also keep it simple, use recipes that you already know how to do, but okay, how do I make it as a meal plan? How do I divide it in different times? So when I need to cook it, I cook it faster. Okay. So also somebody asked me about the chia seeds pudding. Is very simple. Chia seeds are very nutritional and they have protein. And what happened is that when you put chia seeds, I'm talking about chia seeds. When you put chia seeds in any liquid, milk, juice, water, it will like create this, like make everything like a pudding harder. It's like a gelatin, right? And it's awesome because you can make a pudding without putting a lot of bad ingredients for you. You just have to get a little bit, a cup of milk, put maybe some vanilla and maybe a little bit of maple syrup or honey. And then you put 1 to 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. And the next day, actually in 15 minutes, you will have a pudding. Isn't that great? So, and then you just have to put on top, you can put some nuts, some fruits, and eat it. And it's something that is going to be even better the day after. You can also make like a protein shake. And then when you blend it, you can blend chia seeds in it. And the next day is going to be like a protein pudding. It's really awesome. I love chia seeds. Okay. So, oh, here is what I was going to show you. I always have this magnet, how do you call this? Like a bulletin board that I know always what I have in my freezer, what I have in my fridge, or what I do is, actually I delete mine today because I'm doing some inventory, but I have I do it usually from Monday to Sunday. This is this week. And then I put to my husband, this is the things that are ready to eat, meals ready to eat. This is the ingredients that we can use. Because sometimes you have ingredients in the refrigerator, you don't even know that you have them. And, and if you don't use them, they go bad. So I always have, chopped ingredients. Like if I know I'm going to cook tomorrow and I need a lot of chopped vegetables, I do chop them the day before and try to do things at the same time while I'm doing lunch. If I'm going to cut an onion and I'm going to go through the trouble of cut an onion, I'd rather cut 3 onions and have them for the rest of the week. It's like, I don't want to waste my time. If I'm going to cut a pepper, if I'm going to use half of the pepper now, I cut the other half in strips and then I have it for tomorrow. So because I'm already dirtying a knife, a cutting board, so I already always have things prepared. Make sense? Same thing here. You already see butter. I love to make herb butters. And you just have to get a little bit of butter. This is what I show you about the cilantro. And those things can help you, prepare your meals. And step number 4 is really prepare your kitchen. Make sure you have all your utensils, make space in your refrigerator, have these containers. These are great containers. Have plenty of this, these containers that I like to use, glass containers. I use tape. Can you pass me the tape on that? El tape para escribir is something that I always use. This, yeah, lo que tienes en la mano. Okay. The tape, this is a masking tape. Like you can buy it in Home Depot or everything. And you just write your piece of paper and a piece of tape, and you put it in your container, and you know what exactly you have in there. So you saw that refrigerator that I showed you at the beginning. That's exactly how I have my refrigerator always, and it's so super easy. Okay, so, and this is something else, so go there. Okay, so this is it for today. I am very happy that I get to do this class for you, because again, this is something that I love to teach, and I do it every week for my clients, and it's something that I do believe that I have done it for myself, and it's something that will help you. If you want to know more about how to meal plan, remember that I'm here every Wednesday, and I'm going to send you a package. More than likely, you will get it tomorrow morning, that will support you with recipes and with things that we have talked today. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your participations and attendance, and please make sure you write your name in the chat before you go.